Hey guys, how's it going? Wanted to do a little bit of a video here as to why Dunkey is trending on Twitter. It is one of the most ridiculous reasons, and it kind of reflects SJWism. It's kind of funny. Somebody has an opinion about something, all of a sudden that person is evil because they don't hold the same opinion. Now, I can't find the original comment of what Dunkey had said, but from what everybody is saying, Dunkey has stated that Final Fantasy VII is either too hard to follow, or he's also stated that it was on par with Kingdom Hearts 3. And a lot of people are just upset about that. Cold reality is yes, Final Fantasy VII is hard to follow. If it wasn't hard to follow, they would not have made Crisis Core. And as a person who has played all Final Fantasy VII games, I can sit here and side with Dunkey. I'm a big fan of the 7 franchise. And yet I get where he's coming from. I don't know why people are so butthurt. Is this a, let's see. Humor is subjective. I mean, really, I'm pretty sure he is joking around. I'm pretty sure Dunkey's a big Final Fantasy VII fan. It's so crazy. I guess he's trending. A lot of people are sticking up for him. But I'm not mad at Dunkey for not liking RPGs, but I worry about his ability to focus on anything for longer than 5 minutes if he finds the story of FF7 confusing. It was confusing. I'll go ahead and spoil the entire Final Fantasy VII for you. If you haven't played it, that's your problem. More or less, Cloud wakes up. He is this soldier, I guess you could say. No, that is what he is. He's a soldier. And he's having to more or less figure out why he's confused. He thinks he's not confused in the beginning. He's going through... I mean... God, it's been a while since I played 7. More or less, it takes you halfway throughout the game to realize that his own memories and everything that belongs to himself is not himself, and that he is not who he thinks he is. He's living essentially a double life through his master, Zack. And he thinks he is Zack. It's really confusing and really weird. The whole Jenova thing is not explained well in Final Fantasy VII at all. It's explained well in Crisis Core. How Sephiroth gets these Jenova cells, how Sephiroth used to be the world's greatest hero, which is, if you actually pay attention in 7, heavily hinted. But I don't think it's ever... If I remember right, if you played through Final Fantasy VII, you don't go to all the secret spots. You don't unlock Vincent. You don't read anything in FF7. You don't really figure out that Sephiroth was the world's greatest hero. It's really not very well pronounced. I'm sure it tells you kind of at some intervals if I can remember, but I don't really think it does. It's tough to follow the whole story of 7, and you don't actually really figure anything out until the very end, to where things kind of make sense, and you're like, I get it, and you have to play it a few times. I had to play it a few times to get it. And I was also really young, keep in mind, but most people who played Final Fantasy VII probably weren't much older than 15 when it came out. At the really the oldest, I don't know if a whole lot of adults... I'm sure there were adults playing it, but I'm sure there weren't a whole lot of adults at the time, because video games weren't exactly glorified the way they are today. It wasn't like normal to be playing video games back when that game came out in 98, 97, 98, something like that. So it's not an easy game to follow. To sit here and say that it's an easy game to follow and it was super clear the whole time is a little ridiculous. Come on. As a huge Final Fantasy VII fan myself, you can't sit there and convince me that it was an easy game to follow. Just a little ridiculous. And whenever I see something trending, I just assume they're dead. Glad Dunkey is safe. It's kind of morbid. I always knew Dunkey was a clone. Let's see. What's this? Not me. I'm worried about Dunkey has the most incredible trash brain I've ever seen. Here it is. Okay, cool. Dude, if you took literally any game's story and played 5 summaries of its plot at the same time, it would sound confusing. Come on, he's clearly joking around. You're 16, you barely have an opinion that stands outside your collective fan bases as well. The fact that I'm 16 is irrelevant. No, it's not. Come on. Here's the funny thing about kids, right, and 16-year-olds. Your ability to reason is not there. Just a cold fact. So, the fact that you weren't able to figure out that Dunkey was joking here, yeah, it shows why 16-year-olds probably shouldn't be in charge of anything. Which is, you know, ironic that the majority of, like, SJWism comes from people between the ages of, like, 16 and 23. Mainly because their ability to reason isn't even fully developed yet. Oh, I forgot what it's like talking to kids. Whatever. No, that's pretty much what you were saying. I said something and you disagreed, so you pulled up a study with the attempt to silence me. I guess he deleted it. That's pretty much what you were saying. What a solid argument. This is kind of dumb. But yeah, no, he's correct. I mean, for people to sit there and say that Dunkey has a trash brain for having an opinion, he doesn't have to like Final Fantasy VII, you know? He really doesn't. I mean, geez, I'm the, like, no joke, my all-time favorite game ever, Final Fantasy IX. My all-time favorite game series is Final Fantasy. And to see people get so upset, people who want him canceled probably don't watch him anyways. Yeah, that's probably true. Let's see. It's just an opinion. It's kind of a fallacy, since opinions can have plenty of real-life consequences. No. See, that's the thing. All right, well, Dunkey's opinion on Final Fantasy VII, however, does not. I get that. An opinion does not have real-life consequences. It shouldn't. That's kind of the point. Opinions should never, ever have consequences. No matter what they are, it's an opinion. And that's kind of the point of living in America and living in a first world country. We aren't supposed to persecute people on opinion. You can ostracize them. That's the worst thing that should ever happen. Ever. Is to, if you don't like somebody's opinion, you don't hang out with them. You distance yourself from them. If you have to do more than that, then you're tyrannical. But anyway, Dunkey is right. FF7 is a mess, and I feel sorry for you fanboys. It is a mess of a game. It's not. It's a very obscure game. Okay, it's not that it's necessarily a mess, I suppose, but it is indeed like it's not linear, and that's what was cool about Final Fantasy VII. You had to think to understand the story. It took you a couple playthroughs to get the story. It gave it replay value. It did a lot of cool things. I don't know why people are mad about that. Final Fantasy VII was very, very cool because of its critical thinking and because it wasn't easy to understand. And it was fun in the process. I don't know why people are offended by that. If Dunkey's not a big fan of it, then who cares? Also, 99% sure he was joking, but people, you know, take jokes way too hard these days. But I don't know. If he says it's on par with, you know, Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm not super upset about that anyway. And I'd have to agree. It's probably not as much fun as Kingdom Hearts 3 because Kingdom Hearts 3 offered new stuff. The Final Fantasy VII Remake is not going to offer anything new. Nothing at all. But Kingdom Hearts 3 was a little bit dookie. It was. I played through the whole thing. I still got a theory video. It's not even a theory video. It just is what it is about that secret star you talked to. I did some research on that in Kingdom Hearts 3. And it is brand new voice actors that have never had anything to do with the series, both in the Japanese and the English, that do that, that talk to that soul. That soul, the mystery star, whatever it is. I'll have to look it back up. And it kind of proves that it's darn it, the chick Marluxia's obsessed with his sister there. I forgot her name already. But it comes out, it's definitely 100% not Anna at all, because her voice actress would have voiced it. And the voice actress is very consistent between the Japanese and Anna's parts and the American version and her parts. No, the Japanese actually purposely told America, recast this as a new person who's never voiced anyone in this franchise before. So, I'm just saying. But, let's see. No idea who Dunkey is. Legit thought Eddie Murphy's character from Shrek was trending. All right, that's telling. Yeah, people are just outright trying to cancel Dunkey because, yeah, it looks like he's got more support than negativity, which is good. This is Dunkey. His videos are satire. Okay, it was a video. It was a video he did. And it is satire. Yeah, especially knowing that now. Knowing that it was a video, he absolutely was joking. Anyway, these people can get over it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.